DRDO, India's premier nodal science agency, has been notching major milestones of oceanic significance through dedicated research work at its 3 naval R&D laboratories: NPOL, NSTL and NMRL. NSTL, Naval Science and Technology Laboratory, the premier naval laboratory to evaluate the hydrodynamic performance cavitation tunnel, a state-of-the-art facility to provide the critical testing facility to NPOL, Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory. The years required by the Navy to perform the crucial task of tracking enemy targets are provided by NPOL. Intensive research precedes the development of the state-of-the-art sonar systems and sonobuoys. Nagan. This facility includes an outboard electronic sonar integration room. Here, the reflected returns from the target are processed and also radiated noise of the target is collected. In Cabinet 1, is the Signal and Noise Generator (SNS), which generates the signals for testing and evaluation of the sonar. Cabinet 2, or the Signal Processing Cabinet, is where the entire signal processing activities of the sonar are undertaken. The obstacle avoidance sonar, through its array of 480 elements, can send and receive signals operating from a maximum depth of 400 meters below sea surface. The system is being readied for fitting on the sub-deployment by Russia. Smart fluids. NPOL Kochi has developed two smart fluids. One is the Magneto-Rheological fluid, which has been synthesized with castor oil as the base material. This fluid exhibits change in rheology when subjected to a temporary or permanent magnetic field within a matter of milliseconds, depending on the strength of the magnetic field. It has several applications in hydraulic coupling, peristaltic pump, and active vibration damper, etc. In the other fluid, the Magneto-Responsive electrical switching fluid, the electrical resistivity can be varied by using external magnetic field. This sharp and reversible change can transform the fluid from an insulator to a conductor. This breakthrough fluid has several applications in tilt sensors, magnetic mine activators, magnetic field sensors, etc. Mihir system, the advanced dunking sonar and 4-channel sonar voice processor, specially designed for the advanced light helicopter. It combines the sonar dome with its sensors, winching system, signaling electronics and display, and VHF receiver in a compact, lightweight design for optimum power in minimum space. Ranger Sonar Buoy, the extra-sensitive tracking system to detect even silent submarines. The Sonar Buoy system is equipped with a transmitter and receiver to transmit and receive its echo, thus amplifying the signal. Not much can escape the Ranger. Transducer Assembly Facility. Acoustic transducers comprise a range of high-performance hydrophones and projectors for deep water application. They are put through a series of high-end processes. Vacuum assembly is a tailor-made setup for the assembly of hydrophones. PV bonding unit for encapsulating the sensor's vulcanized rubber casings to be bonded to the ceramic stock assembly. Hydrostatic pressure testing of sensors to 150% of working pressure, and pressure cycling unit to ensure the longevity of the system. MATS is one of the most advanced simulated test centers for materials and transducers. It consists of 3 pressure chambers for various usages, and these are controlled by DCS, Distributed Control System, which is the brain behind the facility. It boasts of high-end facilities to deal with static and dynamic measurements, evaluation or calibration of any materials or sensors or transducers for undersea usage. UARF, Underwater Acoustic Research Facility in Kulamavu near Idukki Reservoir. This giant water mass, with a surface area of 60 square kilometers and depth ranging from 400 to 180 meters, provides a perfect testing ground for transducers and sonar systems developed by NPOL. The facility is equipped with watercrafts like MV Columban. Also a well-equipped floating platform, the PP Karuvanu. Sophisticated oscilloscopes, signal analyzers, transformers and generators make it an efficient testing facility. NMRL, Naval Materials Research Laboratory, caters essentially to the material requirements of the Navy, the maintenance and environmental of naval platforms, and ensures their seaworthiness. One of the key areas of research of NMRL has been in the field of protection technology against fouling and corrosion of the underwater hull. A range of paints have been specially developed for this task. The long-life anti-corrosive and anti-fouling paints are crucial to protect battery pits of submarines. The second-generation tar-chlorinated rubber anti-corrosive and anti-fouling paints to protect the underwater hull of a ship. Heavy-duty non-skid paints for helo decks, flight decks and aircraft. The intumescent fire retardant paint is based on polymer emulsion pigmented with titanium dioxide and intumescent materials that produce a thick char, thereby protecting the surface underneath. A test conducted on 2 huts showed the efficacy of the IFR paint. Fuel cell. Nmrl is a forerunner in the technology of fuel cell development. It is a technology of the future as a replacement power supply for both static and mobile applications and is non-polluting with higher efficiency. DAX. Corrosion protection, cathodic protection of ships. It is a study of scaled-down model to decide the number and location of cathodic protection anodes. Environment control. CO2 monitoring and control for regenerative type system for submarines. Oil degradation bacteria for pollution control. Pilot scale production of biosurfactant from the bacteria is isolated. Isolated bacteria and surfactant being used to tremendous results for control of spillage. The oil degrading bacteria is isolated. Materials development. Fine powder production is production of fine-grained and ultra-pure PZT powder for use in hydrophone production. SHS reaction is production of metal matrix composite wire rods for hard surfacing by SHS process. Lightweight structural panels. List panels. TIG-welded corrugated core list panels made from 0.9 mm thick metal sheets to be used in high-strength, high-thickness applications. SSM, semi-solid metal casting. SSM casting for making intricate shapes and high-strength equivalent to forging. Polymers. The resultant range of products are polymers for anti-corrosive and anti-fouling paints, vibration damping polymers for any frequency, acoustic damping materials, conducting polymers, adhesives and sealants. Flameless ration heater, a breakthrough technology from NMRL for people in cold climates, a self-heating pouch for warming food. Sagar Dhwani, a state-of-the-art naval research ship for conducting trials at deep sea. It has a number of test facilities on board. Mini CTD recorder, used for recording continuous data on conductivity, temperature and depth in the sea down to 1,000-meter depth. Conductivity and temperature give the salinity. Salinity, temperature and depth are the 3 major oceanographic parameters which decide the density of seawater and also determine the velocity of sound. These readings are critical inputs in sonar operations. Gravity corner, used for sampling undisturbed sediment from seafloor. A heavy lead barrel sinks to the seafloor and sediment fills a plastic tube inside the barrel. This is lifted up and removed for testing. Recording current meter, RCM. This meter measures the speed and direction of water currents. The rotating sampler gives current speed and its freely suspended magnet gives the direction. These are recorded on a magnetic tape. Grab, lowered onto the seafloor with a hydraulic winch. On hitting the seafloor, its jaw opens and grabs the sediment, which is taken out for analysis in laboratories. Side scan sonar, useful instrument for identifying hardness and softness of sea bottom and identifying sunken objects like wrecked ships. It has a tow fish that is towed behind the ship at a speed of 4 to 6 knots and has 2 transducers, each with a range of 600 meters. Navigational Echo Sounder. Mounted on the hull of the ship, the Echo Sounder gives depth of the seafloor for use in generating bathymetry survey charts. The trinity of DRDO naval labs synergize to give the Indian Navy a cutting edge towards protecting home waters and repulsing foreign intrusion.